it's your boy AD back with a video. Now in today's video we'll be doing what if Naruto was banished and had a Rinnegan. So yes, uh I know I've been gone for like half a year now, I guess. And yeah, it's kinda a very unfortunate situation type shit. Where basically I like broke my phone once, then when I got it back, I tried to record and I freaking broke it again. And like I took a break in between at some point, and yeah, a bunch of freaking stuff just kept popping up every time I freaking tried to record something. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. So this is like I think number 50 something, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, I did actually do this for this before, but uh I couldn't get the video basically from the app I was recording in to my YouTube, so I kind of have to redo it again. But it's actually a bit different than the original one that I was gonna do. So yeah. Anyways, for further ado, hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's get the video started. So in this what if basically we're going to start off at the Valley of the End. In the Valley of the End, we see Naruto fighting. Wait, no, not the Valley at the End. Wait, actually, yes, my bad. At the Valley of the End, we see Naruto fighting Sasuke. And yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty damn rusty with what ifs basically, so I might kind of go back on a few things on the way there because this is also an unscripted what if. So yeah. Anyways, as we see Naruto fighting Sasuke, as thing goes pretty similar to canon, except for instead of Naruto using the one tails chakra cloak, he's gonna be using two tails. So instead of him basically, I mean, he was still beating Sasuke anyways, but instead of him kind of Sasuke keeping up, whatever, he basically ended up not holding back and squashing his headband, and instead basically freaking shoved the singer in his fucking gut, and Sasuke basically puked out a bit of blood and like passed out basically. So yeah. But Naruto did still take another Chidori to the chest, and and basically after they took that, and basically the two tails went away, and after healing the wounds basically. So after this happened, Kakashi basically comes back and basically takes Naruto along the way. After Naruto starts dragging Sasuke's body back to the village, he meets Kakashi on the way, and Kakashi basically takes Sasuke and carries him, and then Naruto walks there. So as we get to the gate basically, Naruto basically goes inside basically and goes to the hospital and get put in there basically, and after we skip like a few days later basically, after he wakes up, we basically find him he wakes up to like Jiraiya basically, like in canon. But then yeah, he wakes up to Jiraiya like in canon. But instead of him just taking the 3 years time skip thing, like the 3 years training trip, he instead basically kind of says how unlike Jiraiya, he didn't freaking like, he basically was able to get his friend back, even though it was by force. And Jiraiya was like, "Yeah, you're right." And then basically Naruto was like, Jiraiya offered him to train whatever, but Naruto was kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do that right now because he wants to like stay in the village and like fully heal and shit and be able to do missions and stuff like that basically. And Jiraiya's like, alright, I'm gonna ask the Hokage basically which is basically Tsunade at this point, if she can give us missions for you to do along the way. And basically while Jiraiya's going there basically, he gets distracted and sent to the brothel basically. So he gets distracted for like the rest of the day basically. But in while he's distracted, what happens is basically Naruto gets summoned to the council meeting, basically that was happening, and the council basically tells Naruto, "Hey Naruto, you demon brat, you're not basically welcome back here anymore." So basically, they're like, for the crime of not killing, fatally injuring the clan head Sasuke Uchiha, or soon to be clan head Sasuke Uchiha, the clan head of the Inuzuka clan, the clan head of the Aburame clan, and the clan head of the Kamishi clan, which is basically they're blaming Naruto for basically getting Kiba, Choji, and Shino injured. Basically, wait, did Shino get? No, Shino wasn't there. Fuck. Basically, every clan had Neji, and basically hurting a important side branch member of the Hyuga clan. So yeah, and putting them basically near death and still status basically kind of unknown-ish because they could die any second basically. So basically, they basically banish him for that, and Naruto's like, oh, how he wasn't the one that freaking did that shit. Basically, it was the Sound Fall. And then the council smirks and they're like, we have a witness. And they're like, come in. And the door opens to reveal Sakura, who basically lied, saying that she went on a mission as a Team 7 with Naruto and basically watched the whole thing. And saying how Naruto basically tried to kill Sasuke after Sasuke was like saying that he was going to come back. And after this happened, basically, Naruto ends up getting banished with the using Sakura as a witness, if you will, even though she wasn't there. Basically, we end up skipping over to the next day, which they tell Naruto he has basically a week to leave, but by the end, like early the next day, like 4 a.m. type shit, he basically leaves the village and heads out after saying goodbye to the ramen guy and his daughter. So Teuchi and his daughter Ayame. Basically, he leaves the village and starts heading out basically. And where he goes to is basically the hidden. He starts heading off to the Land of Waves. But we go back to, or this time, where we see Jiraiya start, asking Tsunade about it. And Tsunade is like, oh, sure, I can give you missions for you to do. And I can even send you ones if you want. And Jiraiya is like, yeah, sure, that would be good. And all that stuff. And he takes a few missions to bring it and show Naruto that he has a mission, basically. And so he goes back, and when he gets there, he's like, what the heck is Naruto? And asks about where he was, and the nurse basically say, oh, he left. And so he starts looking for him, and that basically how he spent his whole the rest of the day, basically just getting occasionally distracted and looking for Naruto. And so we skip over to like the next day when he basically realized that, hey, Naruto is not really here anymore, because he went to his apartment everywhere else he goes, and he went looking around the village. So he's like, hey, now where Naruto go, basically. So he goes back to the Hokage's office to tell her, and she basically finds Tsunade there crying. And so he basically goes to like comfort her and shit, saying like, oh, what's wrong and stuff like that. And Tsunade basically just shows like a letter basically that Naruto left, saying that he's basically gone and got banished. As it's not really Naruto's letter, it's more like the council's wrote down the thing, like a scroll thing, like a mission report kind of, but instead of it showing like actual mission done, it's just saying, "Hey, this ninja got banished." Like add him to the bingo book basically. And yeah, this continues, and basically Jiraiya ends up being like, "What the heck? How did this fucking happen?" And but he ends up basically comforting Tsunade, but not like screaming out right then and there. But we skip, fucking hell. We skip over to Naruto basically, where he is. Yeah, we skip over to Naruto, where he is basically going over to. Like, he already made it to the wind, to the waves, and he only stopped for a little bit, just saying hi to Tsunade and shit, and explaining to him what happened. And then he just continued going over, like going straight kind of, making it over to Kirigakure, or the hidden village in the mist, hidden mist village. Yeah, trying to learn these names, but I forgot the names to be honest. Yeah, Kiri, yeah. So basically, he makes it there for a while and basically sets himself up for a while, just kind of staying there and training basically. And he also does a bit of travel and stuff like that for a while. But afterwards, he basically, as he's about to leave, he ends up meeting with someone. This being a group of person that he met pretty recently, you could say. These people being persons with red eyes with 3 black tomoes in them, being Itachi, Uchiha of the Sharingan. And then he also meets his teammate, or partner, whatever you want to call it, Kisame Hoshigake, one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist, and wielder of Kisame. Fucking hell. Wielder of Samihada. Fucking hell. Oh my gosh. As they basically end up telling Naruto, hey, you can't really escape because you don't have freaking Jiraiya with you. And Naruto knows this. So he basically like, they basically kind of capture him basically like as. But one thing that Itachi realized though was when he tried to put Naruto in the Genjutsu, it did not work at all. Like it couldn't even go. Like, he couldn't even put his chakra into him, so he could make him get a Genjutsu. No matter how hard he tried, he even activated his Mangekyo for a split second, and he couldn't do it, even with the Mangekyo Sharingan, which he was wondering why that was. So he ended up taking him back to a base and going to the Akatsuki base. So after, we're gonna say like a few days travel, basically like 3 days travel, he makes it back to a hidden wind village, and he basically goes to meet up with the leader of the Akatsuki and basically explain what happened. And they're like, what is the Ninetales Jinchuriki doing here outside of the village by itself? And when Naruto wakes up, they ask him that. I mean, Naruto wakes up by then, so because they knocked him out. He wakes up and they ask him, what is the Ninetales Jinchuriki doing outside of the hidden village for any protection? And Naruto basically kind of looks down for a sad smile, but he basically steals himself and is like, I'm not part of the village anymore. And basically that got banished. And Naruto ends up basically explaining that to them, and they're like, I see. And they pretty much go and kind of try to put Naruto back into the Gedo statue, but as Pain basically, like, they tie him up basically and put them at the statue's room thing, but something they soon realized was wrong. The statue wasn't working properly. As he tried to basically activate the statue in Naruto, it didn't activate whatsoever. Instead, it literally just stayed there and did nothing, pretty much. And And two, Naruto like basically he done started cursing out Naruto basically. And Naruto being a hothead basically was he glared at him and he's like, I wish you basically died basically. And the statue started moving and basically went there and smashed Hidan, like literally smashed him into the ground, like straight to the ground and shit, crushing his whole body. So, and as this happened, basically Naruto's eyes changed, showing that it was no longer the usual ocean blue sky. Instead, it was a purple Rinnegan with swirling black patterns, basically, showing the ominous Rinnegan god eyes, whatever you call it, basically. As this happened, everyone's eyes were basically wide and saying, oh my gosh, how did he get a Rinnegan? And how that happened was basically we go back to the past as we see old man Madara Uchiha basically using the powers of the Senju and the powers of the Uchiha and biting off a bit of Hashirama's cell. He basically was able to gain the Rinnegan doing this, combining the chakra of the sage. And then we go back a bit further, we see that Uzumaki's were basically part of the Senju at one point and basically split off. And so, doing this, we go back all the way to Minato and Kushina. We see that Minato actually is not some orphan. He was actually Madara's grandson. As Madara had a son, however, after Madara was fighting Hashirama and basically escaped, he was still extremely weak and basically was gonna die again, but Madara was saved by someone and ended up falling in love with her and basically made a son based, a daughter actually. And after that, a son, my bad, a son. And after this, Madara's son would go into the village and find and meet with Tsunade Senju. And basically, no. Wait. Not Tsunade. Basically, Madara is gonna have a daughter and meets with Hashirama's son. And, that happens and Tsunade is born. But we're gonna say she takes more after the Senju side, and then afterwards they have a grandson, which is Minato. I mean, Tsunade has a son, which would be Minato, and then Minato meets Kushina, and Naruto is born, and so the full bloodline is all back in effort into circulation, basically, with Uzumaki, Uchiha, Senju. And so, the Rinnegan was once again reborn naturally, unlike Madara's own, which was not natural. And Madara is basically being Pain's Rinnegan, basically kind of weaker compared to Naruto, which is natural. And Naruto can turn his off. So we go back in the present as Naruto basically is kind of shocked that the statue freaking obeyed him and basically tries to make it attack every single person in there. However, everybody basically Pain shoots a bunch of chakra rods and basically pins down the statue. And Conan basically uses the splits herself in the paper and basically kind of wraps herself around the statue as well, making sure it doesn't do anything. So, as this happened, Naruto is kind of shocked and worried, but he's more confident now because he realized that, hey, I can control this thing and I probably can do other stuff, but he doesn't realize he had the Rinnegan yet though. He just feels way, way stronger. in a few things that just feels better to him, and like kind of feels like he can do some new stuff, but he doesn't know what it is exactly yet though. And after pinning down the statue, basically, Pain kind of just stares at Naruto for a long while, like just straight up just staring at him. And after like 10 minutes straight, Pain just basically tells Naruto, "Would you like to join the Akatsuki?" And then that's where we're gonna be leaving off. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And sorry for the cliffhanger, especially after coming back for like half a year, but kind of had to do that. Keep you guys on your toes and whatnot. But I will be doing the next part hopefully soon. I will actually finish the series and not just like cut it off at some point. I'm actually gonna finish it probably in like 2 or 3 parts. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And the next series I'll be doing is What If Naruto was Savitar, and What If Naruto and Fu woke up. So yeah, because I know a lot of you guys like Naruto and Fu, so I'm either gonna redo it or just continue. This is how I remember the storyline anyways. So it's up to you guys if you want to read it or not. But yeah, for you, I'm gonna be off for now. Peace.